Well, guys, good morning here as we start yet another spelling week. Monday, February 8th. Hey, I got good news and bad news is, well, not even bad news now. We got no school on Friday. We have that day scheduled off. And so we only have 4 days. I guess the bad news is that the test comes a day earlier because the test is going to be Thursday this week. So we got to get ready to rock. If you open up to Unit 25, we have spelling the prefixes re and un. Now, I'm going to kind of explain mostly today what a prefix even is. So we're going to give examples of prefixes other than re and un, but I just really want to get down what a prefix even is today. And then we're going to end today with the lesson on learning how to spell the words with the prefixes re and un. So at any rate, again, dealing with prefixes, it might not be a word that you hear about. We're going to talk a little bit more tomorrow, especially what pre means. But what this is that a prefix, some of the common ones are un, re, mis, pre, and dis. Now, you can't really call them words, but they're parts that you add to a different word. We'll kind of show you some more examples here soon. But the reason this dash is after the prefix is because prefixes always come before the word. Take a look here. Maybe this one will help a little bit more. We have the word like, and I want you to focus just on the black letters, the word like. You guys know what that is, and that's what we call a root word. Please notice the prefix, in this case dis, is always added to the beginning of the words, and it changes the meaning of the word. For instance, again, if you just look at the root word like, you can say, I like potato chips. But if somebody adds the dis as the prefix or right before the like, you say, well, I dislike potato chips. Now, you still use the word like, but putting the prefix dis before it is making it clear that you don't like it. Now, I know you could say, I don't like them, but a prefix will do the same thing. I dislike potato chips. It's added before the word, and it changes the meaning of it. A lot of times it could be the opposite. Now, again, some of the most common prefixes are re, un, and dis. But the ones we're going to focus on are right here, re and un. So I just wanted to show you these because the re and the un and the dis, they all mean something very particular. Like, remember we used dis, which I know isn't part of our spelling list, but we had like, which means you enjoy something, but if you put dis in front of it, dislike, that means the opposite of like. That means you don't like. Well, when you use the prefix re, which is like many of our spelling words, re is a prefix, that means to do it again. For instance, if you tie your shoe and you're playing basketball and also you look down and it's untied, oh, I just used another prefix, but let's just say it's not tied for now, you have to re-tie. That means you have to tie it again, right? Now you could say, hey, you got to tie your shoe again. Or you could simply say, hey, retie your shoe. You're saying the same thing. It's just that's what prefixes can do. Same with un. Now, un means not. Okay? Let's say you untie your shoe. Well, you know what it means to tie, right? Put the bunny through the bunny hole and tie the loops, blah, blah, blah. But when it's untied, that means it's not tied, right? So that's what those prefixes mean, and that's what they can do. So that's why I want you to understand about prefixes, is that all of them kind of have their particular meaning. They always come before the word, and it's almost like adding it to the beginning. So to be very honest with you, if you know how to spell the root word in all these spelling words, you know to just add re in front of it or un in front of it. And so you might find that a lot of these words aren't all that difficult because if you know the root word, man, you're way on track. But remember, if you write it down, maybe Andy comes and say, no, that's too sloppy. Rewrite it. right? That means write it again, right? If you fill up your cup and take a drink and say, I'm still thirsty, I need a refill. That's exactly what it's called, right? So again, here are your spelling words for today. We're going to have the review and challenge words coming up later in the week, but here's what you need to do just to get familiar with it. In section A, you're going to write all the basic words that have the prefix re. Retell, that means tell it again, right? Reuse, that means you use it again, right? Those are all there. In B, you write 8 basic words that have the prefix un, and that's all right here. Unfair, that means it's not fair. Unhappy, that means she's not happy. Spell it correctly there. That's your assignment, guys. We're going to talk a little bit more about the meaning of pre tomorrow, but hey, we'll get to that tomorrow, guys. Hey, Lord's blessings today as you praise your Savior.